I'm the Simple Car Guy and this is my BMW Z4. You may have noticed the lack of videos on my channel on this car, and that's for a good reason. I've been having tons of little issues on this car in the last few months and I haven't really been driving it that much. The latest issue is misfire on hard acceleration. So in this back to basics video, I'd like to show you step by step on how to troubleshoot it and hopefully fix it. And hopefully before the rain moves back in. Let's go on a quick drive and I'll show you exactly what I mean. And as you can see, the car's driving fine and nothing's misfiring or anything like that. But if I drop it down into second like this and give it some gas, that's it. The engine's misfiring and I can't really accelerate the engine past 3000 RPM because it goes into limp home mode. And now it sounds terrible. Ugh. Well, let's go back home and scan the car and see what the codes show us. With the car in accessory mode, let's scan it and see what we get. Obviously, I'm using a fancy scanner here, but you can use any BMW compatible scanner that can scan the modules individually. I have a list of my favorite BMW scanners in the description if you'd like to get a slightly cheaper one. You can get one for like 150 bucks that will do what we're gonna do in this video very easily. So let's go to system list. Do a smart scan. There you go. Engine module has 5 codes. All right, let's go in. Read fault codes. All right, so we have combustion misfires, several cylinders detected, but what we're actually looking for is this code right here, cylinder 2. So we're getting a misfire on cylinder 2, and then of course after that it gets deactivated. The fuel injection for cylinder 2 gets deactivated, and we get those other codes as well. That's fine. I'm gonna clear those codes. We have to remember cylinder 2. But now what we're gonna do now is swap the ignition coil on the car from cylinder 2 to cylinder 3 and see if that moves the issue. Obviously it's not going to fix anything, but if the issue is in the ignition coil, it will move from cylinder 2 to cylinder 3. So let's do that now. On this car, it's pretty easy. We're going to remove this cover. These hoses kind of remove themselves, but you might want to be careful with that. Mine are a little bit loose. Remove this acoustic cover. Here's a closer look of the ignition coils. So what we're going to do is switch the ignition coils. So I'm going to unlock this one right here, pull the connector out, take it out. All right, do the same thing for this one. And we're going to put this ignition coil into the other cylinder, plug it back in, put this stuff back on, then the cover. On some cars this is not necessary, but this one has a vacuum thing in here, so we need it connected. Well, we failed on the rain part because it's raining now, so I might have to come back to this, but this one goes in here. All right, so we are on our second test drive, and it looks like it's a few hours later and it's dark, but it's actually been less than 10 minutes. But anyway, let's see if the car misfires. And there it is. Obviously, you wouldn't normally drive a car like this, but I'm just trying to get it to trigger as fast as possible so I don't have to go on a 10-minute drive. Well, yeah, we totally have the check engine light now. So let's go back and rescan the car. And as we can see, the cylinder 2 is still the issue. So it's still misfiring on cylinder 2. So what's our next step then? Well, we're going to change the spark plug and see if that fixes the issue. Same idea as before, except now we need a few more tools. And if you'd like to see a full video on how to change spark plugs, I have plenty of videos on my channel, so check those out. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. To start with, remove the coils. We know the coil is not the issue, so you're going to need a 12.14 millimeter socket for this. It's a specialty item. You can get them for like $5-6 on Amazon. I'll have a link to that as well. I didn't mention it earlier, but the cylinder layout is as follows: 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be our third cylinder. This is our second. This is the one misfiring right now. All right, cylinder 3 spark plug is out. It's going to be hot, so be careful. I'll put that to the side and remove second cylinder spark plug. There it is. And now I'm simply going to put it in cylinder 3. So I'm switching the spark plug from cylinder 2 to cylinder 3. And you always want to start by hand so you don't cross thread the threads. Once it's going, we can help that out. Same for the other one. And of course, we will be torquing them to spec after. And now using a torque wrench, I'm going to torque them to 18 pound-feet of torque. And And there it is. Ignition coil is back in and we're ready for our third test drive. Now, if the spark plug is bad, we expect the misfire to be on cylinder 3 now. Literally 10 minutes later, the sun is out, the tree has fallen, and I'm gonna clear the codes so we can go on another test drive and see if the issue has moved to another cylinder. All right, test drive number 3. Right away. So we have our check engine light. The engine has misfired. Let's go see what cylinder it's on. So has the misfire moved? Well, indeed it has. Now the misfire is on cylinder 3. So that tells us that the bad spark plug, which originally was in cylinder 2, is now in cylinder 3. So what I'm gonna do is replace it, and then we'll see if it actually fixes the issue. So obviously, same thing as before. Remove the cover. This is gonna be our cylinder 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove the ignition coil. Should be pretty easy to remove now since we just had it out. And there it is, spark plug removed. It looks completely fine. Here's my replacement. It is not brand new, but it should work for our testing purposes. Of course, I will get a set of 4 and replace all of them in the very near future if I know that this is the issue. So take the old one out, put the new one in, hand thread it just like before, and torque it to 18 pound-feet of torque. There it is. Ignition coil back in, reconnected, acoustic cover. And now with any luck, we should have no more misfiring and no more code. So let's go on our hopefully last test drive. All right, let's punch it. So far so good. That sounds good. I'm gonna get on a bigger street so I can redline it basically. All right, first, second, punch it. 6,000 RPM. No misfire there. Yeah. Third gear, red line. Well, not red line, but 4,000 RPM. Beautiful. I think we fixed it. Woo! All right, second gear. That's beautiful. Quick scan of the codes shows us no fault codes, so the issue is fixed. In my case, I got pretty lucky that the issue was just a spark plug. Of course, this is also an easy engine to work on, and replacing spark plugs can be a lot more difficult, especially on V8s and even some straight 6 BMW engines. Either way, if swapping the spark plug doesn't move the problem to the other cylinder, then your next step would be to test and most likely replace the injector. I have a couple of old videos on how to do this on the N20 and N55 engines, so check those out if you need help. Before replacing the injector, I would also recommend checking the fuel pressure using a scanner to see if that's possibly an issue. This would be a lot more common if you are getting a misfire on multiple cylinders and not just one, like in my case. If the misfire isn't consistent, it would also be a good idea to look at the fuel trims. Positive trims indicate a possible vacuum leak, and negative trims a possible leaking injector, creating a rich condition. If you think you have a vacuum leak, smoke testing the intake will usually uncover the issue. Finally, if all else fails, you will need to perform a compression test. If one of the cylinders is lower than the rest, you most likely have a much bigger issue, as usually that means burnt valve, broken or worn piston ring, head gasket, or a timing issue. Of course, we can dive much deeper into this, but I wanted this to be a basic video on solving simple misfires on your BMW. If this stuff interests you, I recommend you check out how I rebuilt a BMW N55 engine out of my 335i. It's a 30-minute video that shows full process, and I even had a 10-video series showing important steps and a lot more detail, so check that out as well. I'm gonna have them right here for you. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!